CaLP in Asia has been established for the past year. The number of things that we focus on is trainings, we look at research, and we also do quite a bit of advocacy. The objectives of this discussion is really for you to hear about the consultants, as mentioned, how the research was conducted, how do we contextualize it to this region.
Making cash transfer programming a core element of any humanitarian response plan rather than a kind of add-on or something that we see as sort of another programming intervention. Up until now, we have this rather formulaic approach of delivering things to people rather than giving people cash, letting them make the choice about how they can use that money to most effectively improve their often very difficult situation.
It's a forum that allows us to really discuss the issues. On our day-to-day operations, you don't really get the chance to do that.
Cash is very well researched compared to many approaches.
Before defining their research strategy for 2014, CaLP wanted to understand what action and evidence-based research is already available.
So those are the areas where you can make the programme much more cost efficient by making it attractive to the people that you're going to be working with.
We do see CTP as a very important modality to be used or to consider at least as a response when a disaster strikes or when there's a humanitarian crisis.
As the markets gradually came back online, we gradually increased the amount of cash and decreased the amount of food.
There's a lot to be learned from the Pakistan, Bangladesh, India comparative analysis. I think that would be a very fruitful area to discuss.
I think the reality is that humanitarian assistance in general needs to be looking at how it can localise its response. And for me, that is what makes cash such an interesting and viable opportunity.
What we saw in the Philippines was 40% of the assistance was provided through cash.
The organisations such as CaLP actually bring to the table opportunities for stakeholders to come together. If we're looking at partnerships, let's look at seeing how the dialogue between the INGO, the UN and the CSO or national agencies can link in on issues like cash transfers.
The Philippines is uniquely conducive to the cash transfer program.
We have a vast, sophisticated network of financial service providers.
Slides, goals and challenges and one sort of future priorities, just thinking through some of Echo's initial ideas on this.
The question in the room is how can we do humanitarian action more efficiently? A simple answer could be cash.
But more importantly, to be able to do something that will enable the community to move from this dependency, in-kind relief assistance support to something that they are going to need for their future.
Beyond the WHS discussions, I would be interested in knowing how the donor community can organize and coordinate itself around some of these issues.
One thing that I have to say is that we need to put together a serious effort for the humanitarians and the FSPs, at least in the Philippine context, to learn about each other's language.
You can have all the experts in the world go out and assess needs, but the people who truly know what they need to get are the people who are affected by the crisis.